Hello guys, MikuChibi here. Welcome back to another updated guide for equipment refinement because the old video guide was getting old and need a new fresh guide for new players that start to play Sword Online Income Factor. This guide will be a general guide and I will be covering the basic that you need to know about equipment refinement. Equipment refinement was introduced to Sword Online Income Factor to celebrate the 3rd year anniversary worldwide, 6 months after mod skill was released. Refinement let us add special effects which are called ingots to our equipment according to what we need. By forging your equipment with hot ore and refine with ingot, your equipment will now have a special effect from the ingot that you refine with. The effect can be varied, like you get more slash element damage, you deal more damage with increased crit damage, or more increased element damage. There are many types of ingot that you can refine on your forged equipment. When you refine your equipment, the stats will also be increased. Your weapon will receive an increased attack and your armor will receive an increased defense, a really nice bonus and grindy. It is similar to what you do with your mod skill where you modify your mod with another skill, but this is more towards your weapon and armor. And there are 2 items that you need to be able to use equipment refinement: hot ore and ingot. Hot ore is an item that you necessarily need to forge your equipment. Without it, you won't be able to refine your ingot. There are 3 types of hot ores: red, scorching and intensely hot ore. These are dropped by Ragged Rabbit, which is a mob that spawns randomly on any floor. Since there are 3 types of hot ore, there are 3 types of rabbits: Ragged, Sheer and Roy. Ragged drops the red one, Sheer drops the scorching and Roy drops the intensely. If you're wondering how to find this or how to farm many hot ore efficiently, check out my rabbit farming guide, link in the description. With hot ore, you are now able to forge your equipment and unlock slots. Unlocking slots will let you put more than 1 ingot. If you are forging your floor armor, you will need red hot ore to unlock all 3 slots. If you're forging your chaos armor, you will need 3 different types of hot ore. If you're forging your floor armor and weapon, you can do it via menu. But if you're forging your chaos armor or any weapon series, you have to visit Lisbeth blacksmith shop, which is at floor 48, and interact with her. If you don't see your chaos armor or weapon series doesn't have a 2nd slot or 1st slot visible, that means you haven't gotten the scorching or intensely hot ore yet in your inventory. Getting them will give you an achievement which let you see the slots. Ingot is the 2nd item that you need to refine your equipment. Ingots have different various effects that you can choose from. Each effect has its own advantage and disadvantage. For example, we have this ingot, Superior Ingot, that gives you 2.03% damage against fire weakened monster, but if you use other element than fire, you will deal minus 20%. There are different tiers of ingot: common, superior, rare, dungeon and rainbow. Common is the lowest tier and rainbow is the highest tier. You can get ingot by producing them with metal scraps. Metal scraps can be dropped by any mobs on any floor. From floor 1 to floor 14, you will get common scrap, and from floor 20 to the current latest floor, you can get superior scrap. From floor 55 to the current latest floor, you have a small chance to get a rare metal scrap. You can craft metal scrap, but it is not recommended because it is really expensive and not worth in both short and long term. Once you have your metal scrap, you're now able to produce your first and many ingot. You will need 5 of the metal scrap and you can choose between common, superior or rare metal scrap to produce 1 ingot. If you use 5 common metal scrap, you can produce a common ingot or have a chance to get a superior ingot. If you use 5 superior metal scrap, you can produce a common, a superior or have a small chance to get a rare ingot. If you use a 5 rare metal scrap, you can produce a superior ingot or a rare ingot. I will recommend using the superior metal scrap since they can produce all 3 ingots and also are the ones you will get the most when you farm on the highest floor. And when you produce an ingot, it will come with a variety of effects which are random and each effect has its own advantage and disadvantage. To get the dungeon ingot, you have to visit to a floor that has a dungeon. From the dungeon, you need to defeat the dungeon boss, and each boss has their own metal scrap. The drop rate is 1 in 5 runs to get a metal scrap, and you need 10 of them to be able to craft 1 ingot. Each dungeon ingot has their own effect. For example, floor 47 ingot, it gives you +2 weapon XP for one-handed club or mace. Floor 4 ingot, it gives you more healing from plants, and floor 48, it gives you crit damage for blunt element skill. The only way to get rainbow ingot is by doing gacha. You can find the ingot banner if you go to the item category. You pay either 200 Arcane Gem for a single pull or 2000 Arcane Gem for a multi and have a guarantee to get a rainbow ingot. You have 4% chance to get a rainbow ingot, the same rate as a skill banner. Doing the ingot banner, you will also have a chance to get superior, rare, and dungeon ingot. Some events where we celebrate something special, such as anniversary, Bandai have a chance to give us some free pulls, which can also include free pulls for the ingot, so that's nice. So please Bandai, do this every year, every anniversary please. We do have some special ingots that are rare and only available during a special event. Composition is combining your ingot with another ingot that is the same. By the same, I mean they have the same text and effect. If they are different, they can't be combined. If you composition your ingot, you will increase the strength of the effect. We call this level to make it easier to understand. Common ingot can reach max level 99, superior ingot can reach max level 299, rare ingot can reach to max level 499, dungeon ingot can reach max level 99, and rainbow ingot can reach max level 99. Disassembling is when you dismantle your ingot into scraps. When you disassemble a common ingot, it will give you 2 common scraps, superior ingot will give you 2 superior scrap, and rare ingot will give you 2 rare scraps. You can't dismantle your dungeon and rainbow ingot. In my opinion, it is not a must to refine your equipment and get ingots. You can clear the game without it. Refining and get the ingots is only worth if you want to min-max your damage, which is only worth for the endgame players. In my opinion, you should only focus on equipment refinement and ingot when you have reached the endgame. By endgame, I mean you have completed the current main story, have the highest and latest weapon series. In this case, it will be Yasha or Gao. And Rosso series can be debatable, have the highest chaos armor level, which is either 175, 195 or 215. 155 is debatable, and have leveled up all weapon proficiency skills, at least level 50 weapon mastery on every single weapon. That is where you start your endgame. If you haven't reached the endgame yet, you aren't ready for the equipment refinement and ingots. That is just my opinion, but you can still prepare for them like getting hot ores and have ingot ready till you reach the end game. And that is everything you need to know about the equipment refinement and ingots. Hopefully this video was helpful and you gained more knowledge about the game. If you have any question that you would like to ask, feel free to comment in this video and I will try my best to give you the best answer. And that's for me. Thank you guys for watching this my guide, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Take care now and ciao.